Hey guys, I'm back again, and today I wanted to go through a how-to kind of video just to address all of the girls out there and the boys that might be affected by a skin disease called eczema. Now, I hope most of you know what this thing is. It's basically a skin condition which you can develop at birth, like I did, which just means that you get very itchy patches on your body. It can be in any different area of your body. It's not restricted to any particular parts, but it means that the skin gets really red, very inflamed, extremely itchy, and when you scratch it, it tends to break out into these really dry, horrible, scaly areas that can also, crack and start to bleed and become really unsightly and just horrendously horrible to have on your skin. So I know from experience, having had this condition for a while, you can start to get really self-conscious about the areas in which you have the eczema. I myself have it in the inner corners of my arms and also behind my knees as well. It can also develop around my neck and also on other parts of my body. So some of the things that trigger eczema outbreaks for me that actually makes the eczema worse are things like being overtired, being stressed, the change in seasons, sweating a lot in the summertime can really aggravate my eczema as well. And of course, in the colder months, your skin is dry anyway, so it's really going to exacerbate the dry scaliness of the eczema patches that you have. Today, I wanted to run through a few things that I've learnt over the years that has actually helped me to control my eczema and to keep on top of it and to help me feeling a bit more confident about my skin. So to start with, the first thing I've noticed is that when you are washing your clothes, the kind of detergent that you use can really impact on the state of your skin if you have eczema. So personally, I've been using this particular brand of washing powder, which we use in our washing machine. It's called Aware. Now, it's great in two ways. The first way is that it's very environmentally friendly. It's very good for the environment and the waterways. It actually biodegrades really easily. And the second way it's really good is that it's very good for sensitive skin, which of course I have all over my body in the points that have eczema. So what this does is it prevents me from getting even more itchy from any fragrances or any nasty chemicals that would be going into my clothes. And of course, as you know, your clothes are up against your body, right up against your skin. And if it contains any fragrances or any ingredients that are going to react with your skin, that's going to cause your skin to react badly. So the next way I have learnt to control my eczema is not my favourite method. It involved actually going to see a doctor, and I've seen many doctors throughout my life with relation to my eczema, trying to come up with some sort of cream, some sort of treatment that is going to fix it. And I hate to say it, most of them are not that great. The one I'm using at the moment is a prescription cream. It actually contains steroids in it. I'm really reluctant to use this because it really thins out the skin. When I apply it to my skin, I notice if I use it for a few days, my skin becomes so fragile and so thin that I'm really scared I'm going to tear my skin, even though it does help with the eczema spots. So I use this when I'm desperate, when I really need a quick fix, and when all of the other things I use aren't working, I will resort to this, but only as a last resort. Recently I became aware of a brand called Billie Goat Soap. Now, they're an Australian brand, so they're local, supporting local people and local jobs. They actually provide a line of skincare and bath products which are derived from goat's milk. Now, I was intrigued when I first heard about this because they actually suggested that it might be good for people who suffer from things like eczema, psoriasis and allergies. So I contacted them and asked them very nicely if I could please trial some of their items and just see how it reacted with my eczema-prone skin. So I didn't hold out too much hope. I have used natural products before and tried to treat my eczema that way, and to be honest, my skin became immune pretty quickly and it didn't quite do the job that I needed it to. I was sent a couple of bars of soap which again is another item that is really important to be aware of if you suffer from eczema. Soap can contain fragrances and chemicals like SLS, which is a foaming agent, which I find to be extremely drying to my eczema skin, and it can also aggravate my skin to the point where I'm itchy absolutely all over, not just on my eczema spots but all over my body. So this particular soap is made from 100% fresh goat's milk, and it comes in several different fragrances. Now, because I do have eczema prone skin, I don't recommend other people who have eczema to use soaps that contain fragrances. However, I can use them on occasions, and if I find that I am starting to break out, my eczema is starting to get worse, I just stop using the fragrance soap and I go back to the non-fragranced. Now, my favourite out of these 3 soaps that I received was actually the plain soap. So it only contains the beautiful goat's milk and a few other natural ingredients. That one was amazing on my skin. It was super moisturising, it made it feel incredible, and it also didn't leave it feeling tight or itchy in any of my eczema spots. So the one I have here with me right now is the Rose Geranium fragrance soap. And let me just tell you, there's these 3 little openings on the side of the soap, and it just smells heavenly, obviously like roses and geraniums. Now, I'll open it up and I want to show you the shape of the soap because it is just gorgeous. You can see here the detail of packaging. It's obviously denoting the grass that the goats eat. I just think it's super cute. Now, there's a little sticker on the front of the piece of soap that just reminds you it's not a normal piece of soap because it doesn't contain synthetic hardeners, amongst other things. You have to keep it dry between uses because otherwise it's going to just waste away. If water comes into contact with this soap in the shower, it will just seep away and disappear very quickly. So just be aware of that if you're looking at trying these soaps. Now, have a look at that. It's in the shape of a beautiful goat, and it's almost embossed to the point where it looks almost 3D. I just think it's gorgeous, especially nice for kids. I'm sure they would absolutely love that in the shower or in the bath. Oh, and that scent is just phenomenal. I absolutely love it. Now, as I said, I did receive 3 different soaps from Billie Goat Soap. There was the Rose Geranium, which I just showed you. I also received a plain bar of goat's milk soap, and I also had honey and oat, I believe was the 3rd flavour, and that just smelled so comforting and delicious. It was amazing. So the other 2 soaps I have used completely, and I have to say I absolutely loved both of them. They both left my skin feeling really moisturised, incredibly pampered, and most importantly, I was not itchy after using either of the soaps, even though the honey and oat did contain some kind of fragrance. Now, the Rose Geranium I will be popping into my shower as soon as I've finished the current bar that I've got. That's the natural Billie Goat Soap bar. And I'll be giving this a red hot go. I adore the scent, and like I said, I can use fragrance soaps on occasions. Sometimes I have to stop use after a little while just because it's reacting with my skin a little bit, but we will see how we go. The Billie Goat Soap has been wonderful to me so far. So I actually was lucky enough to receive another product from Billie Goat Soap, and that is their beautiful moisturiser. Now, you can see this comes in a massive tube. It's about 200 mils that you receive, and this of course is made from the goat's milk as well. Now, what it says is feel the difference that the Billie Goat Soap moisturiser made from Australian goat's milk can make. Goat's milk is high in vitamin A, B6 and B12. It also contains niacin, potassium, and is very high in the antioxidant selenium. So goat's milk has a pH level similar to our own skin, and it makes it ideal for sensitive or dry skin. So I've been using this after my shower in my eczema spots. My other body lotions I use in other areas of my body, which obviously aren't as sensitive as my eczema spots. But I found this has been working exceptionally well. Number one, I am not getting any stinging when I use this product, which is unheard of for me. When I apply cream to my eczema spots, it nearly always stings because the skin is broken, it's scaly, and it's red raw. This doesn't cause any stinging, which is a huge bonus. Number two is the fact that the cream is very, very moisturizing. It's not overly thick, but I find it sinks in really beautifully and it leaves my eczema spots feeling much more plump than they did before. Definitely not as scaly as they were before. So I've been using this quite a bit. I haven't used much. I think I've only used about that much since I've had the product, which has absolutely been over a month now. So economically, it is well worth the money you spend on this product. And as I said earlier, it's an Australian brand. So why not support a beautiful Australian organic brand that deals in goat's milk? So I hope this video has been helpful to at least one or two people out there. I know there's plenty of sufferers of eczema. It's a very common condition. And I hope that you've taken some ideas from this video, whether you want to start changing your washing detergent, whether you're looking at changing your soaps, whether you want to try the Billie Goat Soap products. I hope you've taken something away and you can make use of it. So thanks so much for watching the video. Comment, rate and subscribe if you like it, and I will see you next time. Thanks.